Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you for welcoming. It is truly a pleasure to be here. Today, I will talk about a little bit different topic, about the school bullying and bystander of school bullying. It could be very, very interesting topic for some of you, maybe who has a kids, they're attending elementary, middle school, or high school. Right? But I'm sorry, that's not a very intriguing topic for many of you, like young adults, no kids, or even kids pretty young, or college students. But however, I will tell you why you need to get motivated, and I will tell you why you need to pay more attention for this specific social topic, social problems, despite you are not directly involved in this school bullying. Okay, let's talk about the school bullying. School bullying is relatively recent term. Before that, people merely think about it's peer-on-peer harassment or sometimes peer-on-peer conflict, right? It was pretty common and not being recognized as serious social problems, not being seen as serious as it is on today. The most significant turning point of peer-on-peer harassment or peer-on-peer conflict took place in the 1980s by Swedish scholar Dan Olweus. He conducted a lot of research by using a sample of Scandinavian adolescents like Norway, Finland, or Sweden. Then he opened a new area of research of juvenile delinquency, adolescents' behavior, school bullying. After a series of fatal and severe incidents, such as school shootings, and sometimes, we already know, the victims of school bullying, they committed suicide, which is very, very negative consequence of school bullying. The series of that incident, people paid more attention for that specific topic, which is school bullying, since early 2000 in the United States. So they try to implement a lot of preventive strategies to remove that weed from the school ground. However, school bullying has never ended. According to the Center for Education and Bureau of Justice Statistics, 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 4, almost 30 to 35% of students in the United States aged between 12 to 18 reported being victimized in the school ground by other students. See, 30%. A number of significant scientific research also confirmed that prevalence. Some research even found up to 50%, 1 out of 2 students in our school experienced bullying. That's severe. This is very prevalent. In 2014, U.S. Center for Education, Disease Control, Center for Disease Control, and the United States Department of Education, they released uniform definition of school bullying, because before that, there's not standardized definition of school bullying. Not all behaviors can be considered as a school bullying. To become a school bullying, certain behavior, especially peer-on-peer conflict, it has to meet 3 criteria. Number 1, unwanted behavior. Number 2, between bully and victims. But it must be perceived or observed, or might be both, power imbalance between bully and victim. Number 3, not once, but multiple times. Okay, let's summarize. What is a bullying? School bullying can be multiple or repeated unwanted behavior from the bully to who? Against the target, victim. But there should be a power imbalance, perceived or observed power imbalance between two parties. Okay? The scholars usually categorize peer-on-peer conflict or school bullying into 4 categories. Number 1, physical, hitting, punching, kicking, stuff like that. Number 2, verbal, name calling, or teasing. Number 3, it's not directional, relational, indirect. Maybe the bully try to attempt to harm the reputation or relationship of the target with their peer groups. And then number 4, property damage, damage of the victim's belongings. This is traditional category, 4 categories of school bullying. But these days, as you all know, people try to expand the categories into 5 by adding cyberbullying, which is a very new entity. Cyberbullying is a new entity due to the rapid development of technology, internet, right? Social network services, and smartphones. It's very popular type of the bullying in the school ground. As I said, to be identified as a bully, there should be a 2-party, bully and the victim. But we and scholars and public easily ignore the key person in that incident, 3rd party, which is bystander. Okay, dictionary definition of bystander is people who present, but not too involved, right? Not involved. That's a definition of bystander. Okay, let's apply that definition into the school bullying. Could be your kids, could be your brothers and sisters, mine as well. Bystander of school bullying is students or teachers witness a school bullying, but choose not to intervene. That's a bystander, right? Let's expand the definitions. As a public, I assume almost every day you are exposed to media coverage of school bullying. Very severe, very significant, and very negative consequences of bullying. Sometimes committing a suicide by the victim of school bullying, which is very crucial. We all know that is a very severe social problem. But I'm sorry, I don't have any kids who attend the school. I'm sorry, I don't have any family members. Because of that reason, if you choose not to intervene, I'm sorry, you are, including me, a potential bystander of school bullying. Even though we are not directly involved in that incident, we are potential bystander if we choose not to intervene. I understand, I know. The solutions of school bullying is not too easy, not simple at all. It's quite difficult. It's very, very difficult. But think about this. The majority of anti-bullying legislations hold schools accountable for school bullying. Yes, accountable on the school. Encourage, implement new program or new curriculum to improve their social skills, cognitive skills, or sometimes improve their psychological or emotional development solely within the school. Maybe sometimes they encourage your participation as a parent or family members. Is it good enough? If I say yes, I would lie to you. Okay, here's my suggestion. Number 1, please turn to become a participant, active participant, instead of remain as a bystander by yourself. Second, please teach your kids, your brothers and sisters, to become an active participant of school bullying. Let's say they see or they witness some school bullying in the school. Then teach them. If they feel safe, only if they feel safe, okay? They feel safe, please jump in. Then assertively remind the bully, hey, don't picking on the victim. Don't do it, stop it. Please teach them. If they feel unsafe, or if your kids feel uncomfortable, please advise them to contact the adults in the school, teachers, staff, or maybe SROs, school resource officers, right? There are a bunch of adults in the school ground. So advise them, please contact them as soon as possible. Okay, if that doesn't work, please advise your kids and brothers and sisters to contact you after they get back home. Okay, now you have another responsibility. Please respond, please react, please jump in to handle that case. Please react, please respond, and please take your responsibility. Please do not refuse your obligation. There's an obligation as a parent. There's an obligation as a mom and dad. There's an obligation for of your brothers and sisters. On the top of that, there's an obligation as a member of the society, as a member of your neighborhood. Okay, please keep that in mind, and try to develop quality bond and quality attachment with your kids and with your brothers and sisters. Please do not ignore. According to Gottfried and Hirsch, which is the famous scholar in social science, they asserted that informal social control, like strong attachment, quality attachment with family members, peers, or neighborhoods, will help them to decrease the risk of that severe incident. Adolescents' behavior do not change in a linear fashion, not progress nor regress either. It's very dynamic. Your job, your responsibility is jump in, then advise, lead for kids. Please keep in mind our obligation as a member of society, not merely by parents, not merely as a parents, not merely as a family members, but as a member of our society. Your obligation is to ensure safe environment and safe climate in the school ground for both your kids, both your brothers and sisters, both for the next generation. Okay, before I wrap up, I will tell you last comment. After this presentation, if you choose not to intervene, if you choose to remain as a bystander for that social problem, I'm sorry, you must be ashamed. Thank you.